Hello guys, welcome to another interesting and informative log of our daily diaries. Today we are going to explore some interesting informations about the tribe called Sentinelese, inhabiting in the North Sentinel Island. The details which I am putting across to you guys are purely based on the informations which I have collated from internet and from various other travel books. However, we are planning for a visit to Andaman and Nicobar Island, and we are hopeful that at that time we'll be able to provide you a better picture about the island during your visit. Okay, the Sentinelese got into the world's attention on 2005 when a young US Christian missionary named John Allen Chow, who illegally got into the island, was brutally killed by the tribes. The purpose of his visit was to preach the tribes on Christianity and to welcome them to the modern world. Unfortunately, he was brutally killed by the tribes in Andaman and Nicobar. The Sentinel Island is one among the islands in Andaman and Nicobar, located in Bay of Bengal, India, and one among the tribes are called as the Sentinelese. The Sentinelese are a tribal community considered to be first migrated from Africa thousands of years ago as part of early human evolution of our planet and our population. Their culture, tradition and practices are untouched over thousands of years. Even though there were attempts to know on their culture, tradition and population, only limited details are available to the modern world. The population of Sentinelese is estimated to be as low as 15 or as high as 500. The Sentinelese is one among the 6 native tribal communities inhabiting in the island of Andaman and Nicobar. The other tribal groups or communities in Andaman and Nicobar are the Great Andamanese, the Jorowas, the Ongi, the Shompen and the Nicobaris. Unlike the other tribal communities in Andaman, the Sentinelese had consistently refused any interaction with the outside world, and their approach to the people who tried contacting them were not welcoming. Many reports and evidences indicates that the outsiders who tried to interact with them were attacked brutally using primitive weapons like bow, arrow and spears. The Indian government had done several attempts to get in touch with this tribal community to get a better understanding of their culture, tradition and practices and the problem faced by them. However, only one among those attempts were successful. The perimeter of Sentinel Island are protected and guarded by the Indian military for the conservation of their way of life and to avoid any contact from the outside world. It is believed that this famous island was discovered by Marco Polo and had documented that the population in Sentinel Island were very violent and were not approachable. Even the East India Company noticed the Sentinelese existence during the 17th century, and they mentioned that the people in the island were not welcoming. There were many incidents where the outsiders who tried to contact the Sentinelese were attacked and even killed. One of such incidents was happened in 2nd August 1981 when a ship named MV Primrose, navigating through Bay of Bengal, got stuck on submerged coral reef near to the Sentinel Island. The Sentinelese is one among the 6 tribal communities inhabiting in the island of Andaman and Nicobar. By the first look, the captain thought that the island was uninhabited. They decided to settle in ship after requesting for help. They had to wait for few days for help to reach. Few days later, the crew spotted a group of naked, dark-skinned men emerging out of jungle with primitive tools and with intention to attack them. The captain of the ship immediately made another distress call informing the urgency of the situation and was able to get help within 1 week. This was not an isolated incident where the outsiders were being attacked by the Sentinelese. Another incident happened in 2006 where 2 fishermen who accidentally reached near to the shore of Sentinel Island were brutally killed by the Sentinelese. Even the Indian Coast Guard's helicopter came to recover the dead bodies of fishermen who were attacked by the Sentinelese. In 1967, the Indian government did multiple expeditions to North Sentinel Island. They made series of visits to the island with an intention to create bonding with the tribes. They brought coconuts and gift with an intention to gain the trust of the tribes. However, they were attacked by the Sentinelese by bows and arrows. The first ever friendly contact with the Sentinelese took place in 1991 when a group of anthropologists decided to get a better understanding about their tradition, culture and practices. They brought them coconuts and other gifts with an intention to create a bonding with the tribes. Another important fact about the Sentinel Island is coconut do not grow in their island. However, it is much valued by the Sentinelese. The Sentinelese are untouched people who demand complete isolation from the outside world. Based on the evidence submitted by anthropologists who studied on the genetics, culture and tradition of these tribes, it is believed that a simple disease like measles can wipe out the entire population. Also, it looks like all the attacks which they had done to the outside world was just a human tendency to protect themselves and their family from their unknown world, which even we, the civilized people, does in such cases. Based on documents and evidences which I had collated, I personally feel their decision for living in isolation needs to be respected by the modern world, else it may lead to a complete wipeout of the Sentinels. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you like my videos, please do click on the subscribe button and share our videos with your family and friends. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. See you.